Frida's Cleaning Service is a small family-owned business established in 2003. With over 17 years of professional, high-quality, and greatly satisfied service, Frida's Cleaning Service will get the job done. Specializing in sanitizing your home, business, post-construction, and commercial cleaning, no job's too big or small. See for yourself and give us a call, 567-249-9172. Frida's Cleaning Service. Our reputation is always spotless.
Hi, this is TV comedy impressionist Christopher G from the other side of the pond saying hi, and I love the Queen Silvy show.
Welcome to the Queen Silvy Show. Tune in at 11, good laugh, good vibe, that's for sure. Get smooth with Tim, get smooth with Tim. They have you running like you popped the pill. Once you hear the show, you ain't gonna want it to end. Get creative with the sounds you can make with your mouth. Reaching all over the world, Queen Silvy in the house. Award winning show with the #1 spot, look out. It's the Queen Silvy Show. 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 It's the Queen Silvy Show.
Hi, this is Joe Mass. You are listening to the Queen Silvy Show. You are now part of the royalty.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, it's time for the silky smooth sounds of Smooth Tim and Her Majesty herself, Queen Silvy.
Hey, it is Smooth Tim, and thank you for dropping in with us on another terrific Tuesday on the Queen Silvy Show. It is now my absolute pleasure to bring to you the Queen herself, Queen Silvy. What was that about?
Yes, it is me, Queen Silvy, on this terrific Tuesday. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this great world today. Ooh, you are so in for some super greatness, I promise you today. Smooth, how are you?
I am doing terrific on this Tuesday, Queen Silvy, and might I ask, how are you doing?
Well, as always, I'm supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious, I suppose, is 24/7, 365. Queen Silvy, you are just simply
amazing.
Yes,
I know, true that. I am amazing, baby. But you are amazing, Smooth. You are amazing, as well as our amazing guests and announcements for today.
That's right. We got coming to us out of Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas, a Grammy-nominated and award-winning singer-songwriter, Gary McGrath.
Hey.
I think everybody's going to really enjoy Gary.
Right on.
And as far as announcements, well, our hearts and prayers are going out to the world. There's still things going out in Ukraine. We're having train wrecks and hazardous spills here in the United States,
Right.
trying to kill ourselves. So, hey, let's try to keep it together, people. And as the Queen always says, faith over fear. Also, if you would please take a moment and look at the top of the screen, and you're going to see scrolling ways to get a hold of the Queen and myself. And more importantly is to go to www.thequeensylvyshow.com and jump in on our friends list. Drop in your email for us. Let's see. Oh, yeah. You know what? Because you're worth it. Foxy 5 Jewelry. Sassy, elegant, and affordable fashionable jewelry and accessories for you and or that someone special. Yeah, you. Go ahead and get a hold of Monica Wright on Facebook or go to her website, www.foxy5jewelry.com. Also, another way to keep up with Queen and myself, as well as the other shows that we produce and host, is to go to our YouTube channel. Simply, when you go to YouTube, in the search engine, type in The Queen Silvy Show. You'll get the results of all 3 of our shows, as well as other projects, movies, this and that we get involved in. We like to keep ourselves busy. While you're there on our channel, please subscribe. Analytics from last week. How about the Bahamas, Canada, Ireland, Jamaica, New Zealand, St. Lucia, St. Vincent's, the United Kingdom, and the good old US of A. Thank you all for dropping on in and spending a little time with us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, if you are watching this live, I want you to know that Smooth and myself, we love and appreciate you. And if you're watching this later on our archive,
our love is everlasting.
Our love is everlasting. We love and appreciate you on this terrific Tuesday, the Queen Silvy Show, always bringing the best of live entertainment, talents, and topics from around the world just for you. Before we get into my conversation with my great guest, I want you to know, be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in and get some of the super greatness we have in store for you. So before I do begin, what I'd like to do at this moment is...
Probably.
I'd like to share some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. Stupid is knowing the truth, seeing the truth, but still believing lies. Trust me, you are unique, gifted, and one of a kind. You really are. I mean, deep down, you already know the truth. You just have to accept it and let go of what you think you are supposed to be and be who you really are. You know, sometimes we are tested, not to show our weakness, but to discover our strength. So see and believe the truth, that you are amazing. That's right. And those are some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. I thank you. As Smooth said, the lines are open. You're more than welcome to call in, ask our guest a question, give a shout out, or holler at Smooth or myself. That number is 817-602-0577. That is the number to the Queen Silvy Show. We're going to get things going because I am so excited to have this handsome guy back on the Queen Silvy Show, multi-Grammy Award Winning Producer, singer, songwriter, guitarist, and the lead vocalist for the Dallas-Fort Worth-based indie rock band, the McGrath Project, with multitudes of awards and accomplishments, including a UK, that's United Kingdom, gold record, currently on 2023 national tour and the opening act for 80s pop star Tiffany, live from Texas. I introduce to you Gary McGrath and the beautiful Breeawna, Littlepage. What's up? Hey, Gary.
Yep, hang on a second.
Tuesday here in Texas.
How is things? I see the sun out. You don't even have on a jacket or coat. No snow. You lucky guy.
It's 72 degrees and sunny.
We miss Texas. We're coming back to Texas as soon as we're done accomplishing goals here up in North. But for anyone who is unaware, Gary McGrath is not new to the Queen Silvy Show. Gary, believe it or not, it's been 6 times since you've been on the freaking show. Hello! 6 times from January 10th, 2017, April 4th, 2017, October 24th, 2017. 2017 was hot with you. On the show.
It was a busy year.
Yeah, October of 16 of 2018, and the last time you was on the show was September 17th, 2019. And I remember those last couple of times when you was on the show, Smooth and myself was acting like we were psychic, like, oh, you're gonna have a baby, and you did have a baby. And he is a smart, handsome little guy. Junior is his name.
Yep.
Smart guy. Is he into music too?
He loves everything. He loves to play on the drums. He loves to come up, and when I'm playing guitar, he'll strum it. And then he'll also love to put his hands over his ears and tell us it's too loud and stop.
That's all right. You can only be authentic, and that's what's appreciated.
The honesty of a child.
That's right. They don't hold their tongue none whatsoever. But someone that's new to the McGrath Project, at least for me, is that queen sitting next to you, Breeawna Littlepage. Hold up. Where's my audience? Audience? I charge them every night. Yeah. I wanted my audience to give it up to you guys. I believe you are engaged to be married.
Yes.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations. So for someone who is just meeting you, Breeawna, for the first time, what would you like them to know about you?
Oh, I don't really know. I'm from Texas. I grew up here. And Gary and I have known each other since college days. And it's just fun getting into the music industry. I grew up singing in choir and churches. And so getting to this side of it is different and a lot of fun.
So you're enjoying being a part of the famous McGrath Project?
Absolutely.
Well, how does it feel to
She makes
be?
us sound good.
What is that, Gary?
She makes us sound good.
She makes you sound good. Well, here, I thought it was you all along, you and those skills that you have. But for you, Breeawna, how does it feel to be the only queen in the band?
Well, that's actually kind of fun. Being the only girl, yeah. I mean,
That's the only queen. No, there's Dean. He's kind of a drama.
Well, I
Burn.
right. Well, I ask you this, Breeawna, how do you handle, or what would you say to any other females out there who wants your job as a lead of the band?
Well, you've got to have you've got to be able to roll with all the guy jokes, and not let them bother you. So
keep
I
it.
have no idea what she's
I'd
talking about.
say that's the biggest thing about being in a band full of guys. Whatever they're talking about, you just got to roll with it.
Roll with it and keep a stunt gun nearby. You will be
Yeah, right.
all right. All right.
Oh, you got a compliment from Van Campbell. They said you are a great couple.
Aww.
Aww. How nice. So, Gary, I haven't seen you since 2019, and I know that you have moved to California, and now you're back in Texas. So fill me in with the purpose for California and the reason for coming back to Texas.
Well, I moved to California in 2000.
Okay.
And I was there till 2015. And I moved there because I was getting into playing with a bunch of nostalgia acts. So I was playing for the Spencer Davis Group. I was playing for the Monkees. I was playing for the Vanilla Fudge. And it was just more appropriate for me to be there because I was having to say no to opportunities because it paid well, but not well enough for me to fly out, get a hotel,
Right.
and do rehearsals, then go out. And it would be more economic for me to be there. And while I was there, I started working at various recording studios, Private Island Tracks, NRG, Universal Pictures, and the recording studio side. And I built a career doing that and got a few accolades doing that. And then I came back because my parents came to visit me one day, and you have your pictures of your family and
Right.
your house, and those pictures stay the same age. And then one day my parents came in. I'm like, wow, you got old. And I knew that time was kind of limited, and I accomplished everything I've ever dreamed of doing. I got a few Grammys. I got to tour with all the bands that inspired me as a kid. The 10-year-old version of me was very proud of myself, and I didn't have to be there. And so I came back to spend time with my parents, and I'm glad I did because 4 years later, my father passed, and I got to spend those last 4 years with him
I'm
doing
sorry to hear that.
his hobbies, which he loved model railroad. And we have a track in our backyard, and we went all over the country together, playing trains more or less, and sharing music. And I started the Men and Boys Choir, and that was something he really loved and was really proud of. And so I was glad I did that. So.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that you answered most of the next question, too, because I was going to say that, for anyone unaware, go back and check out those archives because we talked about all those things, except my hearts and prayers go out to you and your family. and our condolences for your father. But over the years, let's face it, Gary, you started into the music industry very young, very blessed,
Yes.
learning several instruments at a time and doing things. So just round it up and backtrack for someone who's just catching you for the first time and don't want to go and check out the archives yet. But just share some of those accomplishments and those accolades that you're proud of throughout your career.
Well, when I was a kid, when I was 10 years old, I joined the Texas Boys Choir, which is a world-renowned youth organization that had a history of touring the globe, and was called by classical composer Igor Stravinsky to be the best boys choir in the world. And they, while I was in it, we performed at Carnegie Hall, the Kennedy Center, the Sydney Opera House. We did tours of the Bahamas, Australia, Mexico, the continental U.S. So it was interesting at 10 years old, 12 years old, when kids would say, "Oh, what'd you do over the summer?" And they're like, "Oh, we went to Six Flags, or we went to Grandma's." I was like, "Well, I sang for the Prime Minister of Australia." And it was a really kind of an odd dynamic. But for me and the other, kids in the program, that was just a way of life. And it was kind of it set a bar that said that anything is possible. No matter how large the dream is, anything is possible. And I took that my whole life. And when later on, myself and my partner, Eric Delegard, who's the bass player in the McGrath Project, he and I have a studio in Denton called Real Time Audio, and it's mostly his. I've just kind of been, someone that's helped provide gear and bring in a few clients from time to time. But we got a Grammy Award for Brave Combo for their record Pocasonic. And then I got a Grammy Award as an engineer for B.B. King's 80th album. And then I was a songwriter and producer and engineer for Bon Jovi's only Grammy, Who Says You Can't Come Home, in 2005. And those have been my, very proud moments. And I've gotten to work on and tour with Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, members of Guns N' Roses, some people like of that status. And then the McGrath Project was made up of original members from Three Dog Night, Vanilla Fudge, and the Doobie Brothers. And so we had tie-ins to all those bands and got to tour. And then this year, we get to be the opening act on 4 dates for Tiffany on her national tour.
Right.
And so it's a lot of fun, and it's very kind of, oh my Lord, we really get to do this. And so I'm really excited about that. And
you should have been saying, "Oh my Lord, I get to do this." Out of all that scroll, you were like doing it, girl. You know what, Breeawna, how does it feel to reel in such great talent? you have your hands full with this one. He is multi-talented.
He is super talented, and I tell him that all the time.
Well, here, let's swell Gary's head up for a minute, because I want to know, if you have Gary and Gary have you, there's something about you too. But tell me, what do you see about Gary? Let's swell his head up. What is it about Gary that has you so, he ain't going nowhere,
mesmerized?
He is so sweet and kind. And I have 2 older children. My husband passed away almost 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And Gary and I had known each other, since like 1997. And he was just my total support throughout the loss of my husband. And he's been a support for my kids. But then just to see him in the whole music industry and how much people gravitate to him and enjoy what he's doing and what he's created, it's awe-inspiring, to be honest. And I really
have my own gravitational pull.
Yes.
I need to lose weight then. Wow.
No, you do not. But Gary, you are multi-talented. I ran across this tape, and I have to play it because the McGrath band is
he's doing a demo.
The McGrath band is so your genre, you span every genre. You can do any type of music, punk, rock, soul, blues. But then I saw this video that you did, and you were like jamming on it. You had the guitar, you know what I'm talking about. Still had the tag on it. You was doing a demo and you were doing blues.
Oh, he had the Jazz Master.
Oh yeah.
He had a new Jazz Master. Still had the price tag on it.
Yeah.
I think that is so cool that I must play it right now. So check out a little bit of some skills from Gary McGrath of the McGrath Project.
All right, we're gonna do some blues now. Got my vintage Jazz Master. Yes, I still have the tag on it. That's how new this thing is. And I'm gonna be playing this directly through my Matchless Club in 35. No effects, no nothing. I'm gonna start with the bridge pickup and work my way down. So, let's do it. Let's have some fun with the blues. All right, here we go. Both pickups. Here we go. All right, neck pickup. Here we go again. Go. Vintage guitars, their Jazz Master copy. Do a little bit of blues. I'll check you later.
Yeah, Gary. Gary was bad. I swear, you bad. You are bad. And that's probably one of probably 352 guitars. Like how many you have?
Not 300.
I've collected a lot of guitars over the years, but right now I have a small collection that I'm real proud of. I downsized because I was tired of all the storage.
Yeah, well, you know
How did they do on that reissue? Is everything pretty authentic?
Yeah, they're set at a price point where they're extremely affordable and like under $500.
Oh.
And versus a Jazz Master, which is about 12 to 15. So it's about $1,000 less than a Fender, and you would not know the difference playing them.
Wow.
Huh.
That's what's up.
Well, all righty. There's an endorsement.
Well, Barry here is asking, do you teach? Do you teach?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Do you online?
I do some Facebook Live teaching, and then I do some teaching out of my house as well. So.
All right. That's what's up. So the McGrath Project.
You can hit me up on Facebook.
Barry, hit him up. Hit him up, Barry. Don't say nothing. Look for Barry to hit you up. But, you know, the McGrath Project has earned a UK Gold record. Tell me about that.
Well, in 2010, we put out an album called Love is a 4-Letter Word, and it was a double record because that was the thing to do, apparently. And we put it out, and it was myself, Chet McCracken from the Doobie Brothers on drums, Dean Minnerly, who's still in the band from Three Dog Night on keyboards, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame bassist Tim Bogert from Vanilla Fudge and Jeff Beck and Cactus and a bunch of the 60s and 70s progressive bands. And myself and a newcomer from Sweden, her name was Ann Marita. And we put the record out, and we had a single called Your Secret Is Out, and it charted at number 17 on the U.S. college radio charts.
Wow.
And I still am absolutely thrilled with that.
Wow.
I thought that was wonderful.
That is.
And then one morning, I got a phone call at about 4:35 in the morning, asking me if my address was correct from this lady with a British accent. And I was taken off guard and said, "Is this your address?" And I said, "I don't know. Are you hot?" And she said, "Well, I need to send you your," she goes, "I need to send you your silver record." And I'm like, "My what?" I'm like, I'm like, "Whatever." And I hung up the phone. I thought it was a prank call. And I told Dean about it and I told Tim about it. And they're like, "Oh, that's really strange." And about a week or so goes by and this guy shows up at my door, a UPS guy, a light person. And they had me sign for this delivery. And inside were 5 gold albums for me to give to the band.
Wow.
And I looked at it. We were all like, how in the world did this happen? Like we couldn't figure that out. And it turned out that Three Dog Night, Vanilla Fudge, and the Doobie Brothers all posted on their websites new music from Chet McCracken, Tim Bogert, Dean Minnerly, and put links to, at the time, Rhapsody was the big deal, and links to the different songs. And that's really what pushed it. It was that fan base that found us through the kind of classic rock world. And I've told people, I said, as much as I love the fact that I got a gold record out of it under the name the McGrath Project, it really had to do more with Tim, Chet, and Dean than it did with me.
Hey.
I'm very proud of that. And I think it's really funny because when I met Tim,
Why, thank you.
We met through yeah. And people kept saying, you know, that Tim Bogert is the Jimi Hendrix of bass. And I'd never heard of him. I'd never heard of Cactus. I never heard of Vanilla Fudge. And when I met him, he started talking about all the songs that he and his partner, which was his drummer, Carmine Appice, had been a part of, and not realizing they were the rhythm section for Rod Stewart, and did, you know, things like Do You Think I'm Sexy? And they were the rhythm section on Maggie May, that they wrote Superstition for Stevie Wonder.
Wow.
That they wrote songs for the Supremes. And I was in Los Angeles, and sadly, he passed away from lung cancer in 2019.
Wow. You know, it does help when you know someone that knows someone that knows someone. You know what I mean? And you're in a group where you know someone's is hot and big.
But you know, those guys, Vanilla Fudge, Canned Heat, all those guys were huge.
Well, Gary McGrath is huge. Come on, let's give it a break.
Yeah, I'm showing my age, but I remember all of them.
Well, you know what, Gary, this is what I can imagine. And a girl can dream if she wants to. Just like you were naming who was playing, like, and so-and-so was on the drums, and so-and-so and so-and-so on the drums. I was imagining you saying, and on the spoons is Queen Silvy. You know, I'll just be able back there, give me a little bit of, you know, help me out there, Gary.
Well, see if you can get a credit on one of the songs.
Yeah. But now, what's really hot right now, currently, see, those guys, they made their mark. You're doing your own thing. Your entire career making your own mark, you know, but now you are doing the 2023 national tour. You're opening up for American singer, songwriter, actress, and former teen icon Tiffany. I've always been and still is a fan of Tiffany, but folks want to know, you know, like, how did you land that great opportunity?
I called her and asked.
Did you really? See, know somebody to know somebody. I can't just go call up, hey, Denzel. Denzel, listen. You know, I can't do that. But you got it going on with that there.
Well, it's actually it is that simple, and I get a lot of kind of scoffness on this. When I started working for the Monkees, It was because I watched an True Hollywood Story documentary on the Monkees, and it said that Peter Tork had a little blues band called Shoe Suede Blues, and they played little bars in Los Angeles, and it was kind of his hobby in between Monkees tours. Well, the internet was new then. This is 1996, and I went to the website and I hit the contact button. And I emailed saying, I was a Monkees fan and that I was making an independent record company and would love to have Peter be the first act that I signed for a 1-record deal, and would love to talk to him about that if he'd be interested. And I got a handwritten letter from him with the CD demo of the band saying, "We're not the Monkees. This is what we sound like. If you're still interested, I would love to be your guinea pig."
Wow.
And my dad gave me a small business loan, and we flew him and his band to Texas, and we did a small 3-city tour, and we took him to a friend of mine's studio in Dallas, and we recorded an EP of 6 songs, and Peter let me sing background vocals on it and let me play some rhythm guitar on it. And we had a really good time. And the next, a few months later, the Monkees did their 30th anniversary tour, and he brought me into the fold of it.
Wow.
He figured that if I couldn't hold my own, the other members and powers that be would say, "Okay, sorry, kid, go back to Texas." And but it stuck around, and it was there because I asked. And it's the same thing, the great thing about social media and the World Wide Web as a whole is it does take the middleman out a lot. If you have a musical hero, or
I mean,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with hearing no. There's nothing wrong with, what you do isn't really our thing. It doesn't mean anything you're doing is bad. It just, it just may not be the right fit. And if you want something, you always heard, if you want something bad enough and you dream hard enough, you can make it happen.
Absolutely.
Well, that means, or at least I believe that means that, okay, if you want something bad enough, you take the steps necessary to accomplish that goal.
Absolutely.
And if your goal is to land on the moon, then being able to design the rocket ship is a pretty good achievement.
Right.
And so people always think, oh no, you just always go straight from the Earth to the moon. They don't, realize that there's not, and I hate the term paying your dues, but there's things that you do and the little milestones that really add up, that sometimes turn out to be a better achievement than the goal you had in the first place.
Absolutely.
Like I would not trade my relationship and friendship with Dean Minnerly, our keyboard player, for anything. I wouldn't change my relationship with our bassist, Eric Delegard, who's been our bass player in the band off and on since 2010.
Hey, shout out to them all.
For anything. And
Right.
he's, and those little things are, to me, more important than, let's say, the opportunity like we have to open for Tiffany. That's great. I'm so thrilled about doing it. I'm looking forward to spending some time with her, and because she's a very funny girl.
She
and,
really is.
her band is fantastic. So I'm looking forward to that. But those memories will be part of my life and Breeawna's life and the band's life forever.
Well,
Regardless if the relationship goes anywhere past that, it'll always be part of our life and who we are.
Those people, those guys, they're family.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
They are family.
Well,
you're talking to them as if they're family to you.
They are. And the neat thing about being in a band or being part of a sports team or, part of a law firm or, a kitchen team is even when people go in and out of it, and, there's always that rotating door of people, whether they're in the band or not, or a part of the team or not, they were at one point, and you share this bond and this
Right.
connection. Like we recently had to replace our rhythm section, but the two members that are no longer there for various reasons are always dear to us. They're always part of who we are.
and it should be, good people
love
is
them
good
dearly,
people. You right.
It doesn't mean that, once someone's out of something, they're shunned and forgotten.
Right. Hey, let me stop you real quick because Anna is saying to Breeawna she loves your hair.
Thank you.
I do too, actually. Now that she's mentioning it, I'm wondering, could I go red? I'm wondering, my grandchild might look at me and he doesn't call me Granny, he calls me E. Like everything, because I am everything, but he calls me E. But he would probably want to pull and see, is it really real? But that's beautiful. You wear it very well.
You sport that very well.
So listen, you have a hit song. Is the video soon to be released for Oh My?
We did the Bad Name, You Give Love a Bad Name
Yeah.
video.
No, no, that's gonna come in a minute.
Yeah, we did that. I kind of did it as a joke, really. Like I said, I got to work with Bon Jovi, got to do some writing with Bon Jovi, and so I picked a song that I had nothing to do with at all, because I think I was 10 when that song came out, or 9 or something like that, and I wanted to take a different look at it, and I thought it'd be really interesting to hear a Bon Jovi song that came out in the height of their glam metal, hairspray, spandex wearing stuff, and make it big band and bring in a horn section and jazz piano and take it a completely different way and see how we would do with it. And we did. And I gave it to some of the members of the band, and they said, you should make a video for this and put it out. And so I did, just kind of as that, okay, I'll call your bluff. I'll put this out.
So you're talking about You Gave Love the Bad Name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for giving me that information up front, because I wasn't going to play it just yet. I want to still talk about Tiffany. And I also want to ask, I'm going to play it in a minute though. So thank you. But
okay.
But Breeawna, I want to ask you, because you are the queen of the band. And, when you guys go out and go on tour, you have your groupies, you have your haters, you have those fans that just, I can't get enough of you guys. They be out waiting at your car when you leave out of the club. But for you, how do you handle it? Do you ever get any hate? You ever get any people that want to try and judge you and who you are from whoever used to fill the shoes and those that want to fill your shoes? How do you handle it? Because, a lot of people are watching you. A lot of people are checking out just how you handle and how you do things. Do you feel that sometimes when you're up on stage?
I haven't had a whole lot of that as of yet. Hopefully I won't have a whole lot of that. But I just have to remember, that for me personally, I feel like if somebody's hating on you, it's because they wish that they were in your position. And so I try to remember that and not let it really get to me, because I know that they just desire what I'm doing. And, I just try to let it roll off and not get to me. And hopefully there won't be anything too bad with like the Tiffany tours. But,
Right.
So far, I've just had a lot of great support. The venues that we've played have been great, and the fans have been great. And I haven't had a whole lot of hate. Hopefully I won't have any.
No drama mama. She's not a drama mama by any means.
But do you get nervous? How do you handle the jitters of getting in front of everyone?
It's so funny. Like I said earlier, I grew up singing in church, and I had horrible nerves all growing up singing in church. And I was telling Gary that when I started singing with the band that I'll get a little bit of nerves right before we get up on stage. But as soon as he and I are in position and we start doing our thing, I'm not nervous anymore. And it's a great feeling having your partner up there with you and knowing that he's got you back, and vice versa, that I've got his. And
but Gary's like back, booty back. No, Gary.
I saw that.
Our bandmates are fantastic. You know, they're great supporters as well. And I mean, to be honest, we couldn't do it without our bandmates. And so we just have a great support system all around. And I think that's the biggest thing, is having a great support system within your bandmates.
That is true. And it's important to have that backup, someone in your corner, because that's how Smooth is with me. But what I wanted to do before we get into the music, and I think this is very important, is because no matter what profession you're in, no matter how many decades or how many months did you perform, sometimes you have a bad day or you have a bad moment, you know, or well, the joint I smoked last night affected my voice the next day. I mean, anything, whatever the excuse, whatever it is, but it happens. And Gary, did you hear or see when that happened to Tiffany?
Yeah, and that's the kind of, I mentioned the blessings that social media and the internet has. The curse of it is when you have a bad night, you have, you know, in her case, you have a few thousand people there, all with the phone that can record you
right
on your best nights
right
and your worst nights.
Right.
And you have no control over what gets put out there.
Absolutely.
And the funny part about it is for her, and if I don't know if we'll ever talk about this, so hopefully, Tiffany, if you're watching, I will say this to you, and that is the bad nights that get thrown up there where people are like, oh my Lord, someone doesn't have it anymore, or whatever else. That gives you every opportunity to prove them wrong and be like, oh yeah, watch this.
Right. We're all human, right?
Yeah, we're all human. And but she has more, like a lot of performers, when this is your life, this is your craft, you have more good nights than you do bad.
Right.
And so it's, you know, it's unfortunate that a bad night got publicized, for lack of a better term, but the chances of someone seeing her on a bad night are very slim to none.
I want to say that, you know, I know as a comedian, I learned from getting on stage is don't drink before you get on stage. For me, I'm speaking for me. And one day I had, and I'm not a drinker, I was social drinking. Somebody, I have a Long Island iced tea. And so I said, oh, that tastes good. And then I had another Long Island too. So when I went to stand up to get on stage, the minute you stand up, you know how it is, if you drink and sitting down, then you stand up and it like hits you. So it hit me, and I get up on stage, and I'm standing there just looking at the audience stare at me, and I'm staring at them, and I just said, well, what are you looking at? Honestly, I like just freaking lost it right there. So I know it happens, and I saw that when it happened with Tiffany, but my hats go off to Queen Tiffany because she's bad, and she is a queen, and I want to share what she said to her audience after that happened. So check this out.
I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. Hey guys, can we chat? I am so sorry. I panicked. It's not often that I lose my voice. And I got up there and just absolutely had a panic attack, a meltdown. And out of my frustration, I said things that I don't mean at all. I love you guys so very, very much. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's shown concern, given me love. And I've just been horrified for the last couple of days because I just have not been in that situation. I pride myself on being able to come and bring it to my shows, and I love being with you guys. And I had no clue I had a vocal problem. I'm not sick. And I got up there and it just wasn't there. And it literally freaked me out. I just couldn't hang, to be honest with you. And I'm so sorry. And I want to say thank you to everybody that was at the show. I love you guys. And I'm sorry for any off-color things that I said. It's definitely not the norm for me. And I'm sorry that I had a panic attack and I'm freaked out. And again, all my fans that have been showing concern and love, I love you guys. Team Tiff is the best. And thank you for all your love. And I don't want to be all cryy because this is just, it is what it is. Lesson learned. I'm vulnerable and I'm human and I like to bring it and sing good. And I just had no clue that my voice wasn't going to show up that day until it was in the very moment. So I apologize and I love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. And I love you.
Well,
that's so beautiful. I love her. She is the one. Okay. Okay. She is the one, and Breeawna, you can be the two. And Breeawna is the two. What? They bringing it. That's all right. Gary, you've been in the industry for so dang on long. What do you think is the hardest part about being in the industry, or being a musician, or being the leader of a band? What's been challenging for you?
I think the hardest part is the amount of rejection. And I've said this a lot in the last few months, when, people say the music industry or the entertainment industry is hard, as you know, from being a comedian and everything else, for every yes you have about 20 to 30 no's.
Right on.
And it gets very discouraging because in most people's lives, they have, 3 to 4 jobs. They have their job that they do their internship without or out of schooling. They have their job to get some real money. They find one career job that they might get fired from and go to the secondary one. And that's about it. Whereas an entertainer gets fired 2 or 3 times a week or a month.
Right.
And you have to constantly deal with that and come to terms with it either knocking you down and you saying this isn't the industry for me, or getting back up and saying no big deal.
Right.
And it's okay to go through both of that. It's okay to get hurt. It's okay to not like the rejection, as long as it's not really you that's getting the rejection. It's not, your entertainment is, I always make food references because, I was a fat guy for a long time. But
you're a comedian too, Gary.
I really liked everyone has different tastes. And just because someone doesn't like what you do does not mean they don't speak for everybody. And just because someone does absolutely love what you do doesn't mean they speak for everybody either.
Right.
And it's just one of those things to where when an artist says, be true to yourself, that's really what you need to do. You believe in yourself because no one will believe in you more than you do. And it's remembering that that's a good thing, that you are, because you are in control of your life. No one else is in control of your life. People can influence, people can persuade, people can guide, but ultimately it's you that has to walk through or not walk through a door.
Right.
So it's remembering why you do what you do, whatever that may be, and pushing forward. And that being said, to kind of go back to what I mentioned about, how we got the thing with Tiffany and just calling and asking and hopefully working out something that can work. I wouldn't recommend doing that just because you want to. You need to make sure that whatever it is, you have, for lack of a better term, a product you believe is worthy of someone else's time.
Right.
You don't see someone that just says, I really like to cook, and they go to their favorite restaurant and say, I'm going to be your chef, and have them go, well, why? Have you ever worked here before? And not be able to do it. The joke is for major cities like Los Angeles and New York and Miami and Nashville is, oh, you got off the bus because your grandmother said you were cute. Oh, that's nice.
Right.
And not really think it through and know what they're doing other than they want to be there. And there's a lot of entertainers, whether it's a comedian or a musician, that contacts a venue and says, I want to bring to you what I have. And if it's not where you would be proud for people to see it, you shouldn't. There is no rush. And a lot of people do. They feel like, if I don't do it now, I'll never do it.
Right.
And they forget that they're not ready.
Yeah, you got to have passion with that. Passion and purpose and persistence. And Gary, you really be doing your thing. See, an example of some of what you said is like these TV shows, and people go on there to win a contest or to get your voice out. Don't depend on all of that producer backstage stuff. We know a lot of stuff that goes on in that, and I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know if you've ever done things or want to, but you don't need to in your own lane. Some people do, and it traumatizes them when they don't make it. And see, that's where you need to pull that inner strength out and get your butt on open another door at a creation. But you gave some great advice that I hope that some of the young musicians and singers out here take heed of that, because that's what they need to have in their backpack when they're out there on the roads doing things. Because, back in the day it was about being signed. Right now you got so much independence. Social media has overnight sensations every day, you know what I mean? So that makes it even more challenging. And for all haters, I be telling them to get their ass in line. What? I ain't got time for that. Get in line with the rest of them, because they are a fan nevertheless. But Gary, you doing it? Give me some dates where you're going to be at, where you're opening for Tiffany.
Oh, the Tiffany tour, we start, our leg of the tour is her final leg of the tour. And so our first night with her is at the House of Blues in New Orleans on April 30th. So I'm excited about that because food,
right?
But it's also New Orleans is just a wonderful city, and the music scene there is just, and the fan base for music there is so diverse and just so enthusiastic. I can't wait.
That is
and
cool.
then we have a week off, and then we're at the Lava Cantina in Dallas on May 13th, and then Denver, Colorado at the Oriental Theater on May 16th.
All right.
And it looks like we're probably going to do either Houston or San Antonio with her. But we're waiting to make sure that gets finalized.
Well, you've heard the saying, save the best for last, right? Hello, the best for last, baby.
I'll get it.
I'll get it.
So
it might look weird. Okay.
What about the McGrath Project personal tour? Do we have anything like that in the making?
We are in Dallas, Fort Worth, in that area. We are playing a St. Patrick's Day party at a place called the Blue Bayou over off Eagle Mountain Lake in Fort Worth, and we're going to be doing a lot of original stuff and a lot of just stuff that's associated with us from my relationships with people like Def Leppard or Bon Jovi or the Monkees and whatnot. Dean being from Three Dog Night, and do some of that stuff. And with our drummer Guyton, he was part of a band called the Bandoliers, who got to do some stuff with people like the Proclaimers and Roger Klein, the Peacemakers. So we're going to throw in a lot of that stuff to, the 7 degrees of separation from the band. And
that's what's up.
And of course, hearing Breeawna sing some of the Three Dog Night stuff, I think is amazing. I think it's.
Go ahead, look at she's laughing like,
I lose my place
continue.
because I'm listening to her going, wow.
That's all right. Breeawna, how can you be followed on social media? How can you get these fans to follow you?
I'm on Facebook. You can just pull Breeawna Stam Littlepage is actually what I'm under. Instagram, I think it's the same on Instagram. Yeah. And I think those are the only 2 social medias.
and the band page.
Yeah, and the band page, the McGrath Project.
Hold on, you guys are acting like a married couple already. She's like, I think it is, honey. What day is it? I think, is it what day? And he goes and he tells me, I'm like, oh, this is too cute. But spell your name because.
Yeah, you do that.
But spell your name, Breeawna, because it is different than most and very pretty.
It is. It is Breeawna. Awna.
All right.
And then Littlepage is just like, it's a little and page, Page.
Got it. Gary, what about yourself? Tell everybody how you can be followed on social media.
The McGrath Project on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and TikTok is the page on TikTok is Monkey Boy, but boy is spelled BOI. And I started that because I didn't know what TikTok was. Really, I just put it on there, and it said, have something unique, and I just went, okay, well, I was, big Monkeys fan and part of that thing, so I just went Monkey Boy. So.
All right, Monkey Boy.
It's a Chinese thing.
Monkey Boy is bad. That's what I say. Okay, you doing
don't be monkeying around.
The funny
all
part
right?
about that is when she found it, she went, "I think I'm following you, Monkey Boy."
That's cute. Well, she didn't go or anything like that.
Okay.
That's all right. You know what? I'm wishing you guys continued success. Well, Gary, I already know that this is with Tiffany. It's just going to be people are going to be talking about it, and then you're going to get more calls and be opening for more people if you have time, because you're doing your own things so greatly. And I look forward to so much more with Breeawna Littlepage. Like, girl. And we can have a more extensive conversation with just you and I down the line. That would be great as well. Gary, hey, you know what? Bon Jovi is proud of you on the style that you put on You Give Love a Bad Name. That was a very good tune. We're going to go out with this tune. And when we get back, stick around, because we do have Silvy amid the fun word guessing game coming on. We have a new contestant for the month of March going for all that cash. Gary, I want to thank you. And I want to thank you, Breeawna, for taking the time on this great day and being here on the Queen Silvy Show. We look forward to more things. Keep hitting me up, Gary. You know your family, and welcome at any time.
Thank you.
So let's get it on with You Give Love a Bad Name.
I don't give love a bad name.
Well, sometimes. Well, we won't talk about that right now, but let's enjoy this from Gary McGrath and the McGrath Project.
Smile is what you sell. You promised me heaven to put me through hell. The chains of love got this hold on me. Well, passion is a prison you can't break free. I said, oh, you're a loaded gun. And baby, then it's bye-bye. Oh, you're a loaded gun. Oh, you got nowhere to run. No one's gonna save me. The damage is done. I'm shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. I played my part and you play your game, and you give love a bad name. You give love a bad name. to the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. I played my part and you played your game, and you give love a bad name. You give love a bad name. I can feel it in my bones. You're a bad, bad woman. A bad, bad woman. Ooh.
Hey, and we're back on this terrific Tuesday, getting ready for some Silvy Amid, the fun word guessing game. It's very simple. I'll smooth will call out a letter, and our contestant will have 60 seconds to name as many words beginning with that letter. Our contestant is here, Smooth.
Our contestant is here.
Hey, welcome to the Queen Silvy Show. State your name, what you do, and where you are.
My name is Helene Witt. I'm a retired school teacher. I'm a comedian now, and I'm in New York City.
Hey, that's what's
New
up.
York in the house.
New York. I love it. All right, it's simple. Smooth's going to call out a letter, and then I'll say on your mark, get set, go. You will have 60 seconds. Call out as many words as you can, Smooth. What is the letter?
The letter of the day is S.
The letter is S. On your mark, get set, go.
Soldier, sister, sandwich, sangria, solitude, shirt, shouldn't, shyster, Chanel, Shamil, Schlamazel, Hop and Pepper Incorporated, statue, stenosis, stickler, senior, senor, solitude, Sylvester, sinister, Sonia, segregate, Saul, snake, snack, snuggle, snitch, snore, snurr, snurr.
You had me with the Laverne Hasselman. That was so
That was
funny.
super.
I went off the ladder.
You have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31. Woo! Wow, that's pretty good. Pretty good. 31 words is going in the books. Now you set the bar for next week's contestant, who is definitely in it to win it. But right now you have the lead, Miss Helene Witt. I thank you so much for being on the show. Hey, tell everybody how you can be followed.
Oh, just by my name in Facebook, Helene Witt. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. We'll be in touch with you.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow.
That was so great.
Did she do great or what?
She was throwing the Laverna Shirley in on there for anybody that's old enough to know who Laverna Shirley was, but she was doing her thing. Thank you so much, comedian Helene Witt out of New York, New York. Look for great things. Go and follow her. You want laughter? Go and look up Helene Witt. She has it going on this terrific Tuesday, the multiple award winning Queen Silvy Show. I hope you enjoyed some of that super greatness. You can go and follow Gary McGrath, the McGrath Project. You can follow and go and find Breeawna, Littlepage, all of that, and follow them. In fact, if you in the Texas area, go and get your tickets and get some live. I don't want to say in special guest Tiffany because
you gotta wait till
yeah, but they have it going on, doing some great things. Please go and follow them. I know. I've been messaged about those shout outs, and I most definitely will shout out my kings and queens from all over the world, like you, Kinsley Patino, Queen Jenna, Ashley, Follette Clark, and Canette Rouse. Shout out to you. To Helen Myers, Peace Myers, Corey and Casey Patino, and Joan Mercer. Shout out to you. Shout out to Queen Aaliyah, Asia, Tay, Maya, Camille, and Dejour. Shout out to you, as well as my grandsons, my princes, Amari, Jonathan Jr., and Tyron. Shout out to you. To Jonathan Easley Sr., to Lee Allen Sr., shout out to you, as well as Queen Sonia, Kaki, Shanika, Breeawna, Alana, and Precious. Shout out to you. To Kelly and Ryan and the All-American Boys, Matt and Tracy and the All-American Girls, shout out to you. Patricia Wilhelm McGiffin, C. Shorty Franklin, Renita Easley, Gold, Rosa, and Donna Ferry, shout out to you. All the way in Africa, Amy Kanima, Webster Rito, Hostile Flow, Hero Boy, and Princess Area Lua, shout out to you. From the United Kingdom, my good queens, my good friends, Beth Lambert, Nicola Jones, Bethany Jones, and Kay Cross, shout out to you. Diane Pinky Harmon, shout out to you, as well as Sassy Savage and Sabrina Williams. In the Netherlands, Edith Verhoek, shout out to you, as well as James and Audrey, Queen D. Brown, Melody Gorb Dobbs, Joe Mass, and Miguel Monteban. Shout out to you. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. If you would love to be shouted out, if you have someone you would love for us to represent and shout out, we will most definitely do that to you. For you. 3 days a week on Tuesdays with the multiple award winning The Queen Silvy Show, every Wednesday with Tim's Tidbits, special co-host Larry E. out of Dallas, Texas, and every Thursday with the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim. Smooth, how are you?
I'm doing terrific on this Tuesday. It was a great show. Enjoyed that conversation.
I absolutely enjoyed that conversation. I think I'm going to go dye my hair, see what I look like. I'm hot. I'm going to be hot. I'm going to be hot like Breeawna.
Sport that red.
Yeah. You know, that's how fast I done. You know, you see your performers performing and you like what they wear or their hairstyle, and then you go out and you try
Start
to do
a new fashion trend.
Yeah, that's what's happening. In my neighborhood, they've never seen me with hair that color. So,
yeah, they might be pleasantly surprised.
Well, you know what? Breeawna has it going on. That's her style. That's her thing. And this one here, this is mine. So we do what we do, but we are queens nevertheless. I am so honored that you all was here on this terrific Tuesday, the Queen Silvy Show. Spread the word. Tomorrow's Wednesday show with Queen kings and queens from all over the world, sharing their passion, their gift, encouraging, inspirational, and even funny just for you. And that also is in the evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Again, do check your time zones. Smooth, tell everyone how we can be followed.
Again, simply look at the top of the screen. You'll see one way to get a hold of us. More importantly, go to YouTube and just drop in the search engine, The Queen Silvy Show. You'll get all kinds of things. And like we said, when you're there, please subscribe. We'd appreciate it.
That's right. Hey, you know what? You know me on Tuesdays. I'm fasting. I haven't eaten yet, just my cup of tea. And I'm now ready to go and smash. I'm going to feed my face some food in a minute. But enjoy your day. Make the most of your day. Stay positive. Try again if it doesn't happen for you today. But nevertheless, make the most of it. And with that said.
Till next week. Same Queen time, same Queen station.
Hey, we'll holla.
Bye.